Stadium in Starkville, Mississippi. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. It's the Indiana Hoosiers and the Mississippi State Bulldogs. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
History was made in Starkville, Mississippi. Did you know that Davis-Wade Stadium for the Bulldogs of Mississippi State is the second oldest Division I-A campus football stadium, opened in 1914 as Scott Field. The cowbells are clanging every time you visit Starkville, Mississippi. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. The Hoosiers ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Down right at the line of scrimmage, and this defense gets off to a good start.
And great recognition by the corner. That touch pass after he throws at the quarterback, it's a pass. He can't throw it forward again. Nice job understanding that, flying up, coming and making the big tackle in the open field.
Firing to the right, complete. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one. Mississippi State going up tempo.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that...
Turning it on! Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You've got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And, Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Makes the ground and room to run. Oh, it's out. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way.
And that's why coaches hate to see their players trying to lateral the football, because you don't practice it. It's just off the cuff. And that time, they put it on the ground. That's a lesson for that young man moving forward. I don't think you're going to see him trying laterals anytime soon.
Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
On the run, it's Richard. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. You know what they need, you know what they want, and you know what they deliver on third down. More cowbell. They'll try to run for it. Here's a little room there. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
And it's been a rough start for this defense. They've given up too many yards, a third down right there, but a good chance to bow your neck now, to make a statement. First and goal, we got to be physical, got to stop the run game, get a chance to make a stop on this first possession, and force a field goal.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And the D denied them on second and goal. At the line of scrimmage, but they won't snap it here. They're going to use the timeout instead. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole, he saw it, he put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. And he's coming out of the end zone. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced.
Makes the grab in their space. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
And as an offense, you want to stay aggressive. You want to keep calling these downfield shots. I know you didn't complete that one, but you want to send a clear message. You're trying to take the top off this defense. You keep calling downfield shots, you soften up the coverage, you get those safeties playing deep. That's going to open up your running game later on.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And I tell you what, those slant routes, they're timing routes, and those are really hard to get your hand on the football. Nice job by the defender seeing it, reacting to it, and getting his mitten there to knock it down.
And after the big play to start the drive, now 2 straight incompletions, and they need to find a way on third down. Working that wide receiver screen. They don't get nearly enough on third down, fourth down coming from the 48. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. He'll take it on the return. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarm him under for no gain. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Using his legs, it's Richard. Hines is way ahead for 3 out to the 16.
And here's what you know about Indiana football. They're going to be physical. They're going to be so well coached and disciplined, and they're going to run the football. It was the key ingredient to helping Fernando Mendoza win a Heisman, like the ability to RPO off of it. So, Palmer, I don't know who the names are going to be throughout the season, but I know they're going to run downhill, no nonsense, and they'll have a guy that they'll hitch their wagon to.
Yeah, everybody talking about losing Mendoza, but Black and Hendy were a big part of that thing, too. I think the offensive line, though, was key to it all. I mean, anytime you have 2 1,000-yard rushers, it's because the guys up front are pushing people around, and that was the secret sauce to Indiana's Cinderella run a year ago. So up front, these guys have to continue to dominate. They'll reload the backfield through the portal, through recruiting, but it all starts and stops with the big fellas pushing people around. That's going to be the key for them on offense.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit out, sir.
They kick it away on fourth down. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Incomplete. That one batted away at the line of scrimmage.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
Got it in the middle, it's Black. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. We reached the end of the period. It's Indiana on top. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Going left, Fluff Bothwell. There's some room. Inside the 10, touchdown, Bulldog. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Extra point here will tie the game.
And that's a big problem for this defense. When you get that guy in space, it's hard to catch him. You got to bottle him up near the line of scrimmage. Palmer, too much daylight too early in that run.
Yeah, you're right, David. And I think that's what makes this guy unique. With his skill sets, you just know it's a matter of time. You just keep giving him the football. Good things are going to happen. Long touchdowns are going to happen. You saw it right there.
Indiana comes out ready to get this drive underway. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Didn't find much room on the return, but now they are in business and poised to strike from the 25.
Just such a nice job by him, understanding his responsibility in that cover 2 zone scheme. He's just floating over the middle of the field. He's just very aware of tight ends and running backs around him. And as soon as he sees color, as soon as he sees an intended target, he's already running that way. He's able to jump the throw and pick it off.
Here's a gift to Bothwell. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for a loss.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
They run into a bit of trouble here, 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. Lets it fly deep downfield. And they can't quite hook up trying to make a completion in the back corner of the end zone.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their head. They're going to be expecting run. The safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for him.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. To the air, it's Hoover. Missed receiver there, it's incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football.
If you didn't have a headache before, you've got one on the way. The cowbell's ringing on this third down in Starkville. He did everything he could to find enough running room, but he'll be stopped about 3 yards short of the first down marker. It's fourth down. And the Hoosiers will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Just needs a crack to get a return. He's got great speed. And there he goes. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Special teams proving to be special.
Hey, kick it to him at your own will, man, because that dude has a jetpack. He can absolutely fly. You see why they got him back deep, man. Catch it, let people kind of get an angle on him, and he just goes and takes off, erases angles. His speed back there as a punt returner, man, is it dangerous.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Hoosiers offense all set and ready to crank things up. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. Looking for a crease, it's Pritchard. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. Looking downfield, it's Hoover. Throws for the tight end. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, it was a good throw, it was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. The Hoosiers will call on their punt team. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Hauls it in, looking for space. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. In a big rush, they have some time here late in the half. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Could not make his way to the corner.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Handoff, Fluff Bothwell. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
As they come to the line on 3rd and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on third down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
Dude, how about that boom? I mean, you talk about power. That dude just booted that thing halfway across the field, completely flipping the field position and getting it down inside the 10. That is a nice job by that punter.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
With the catch, it's Beebe. Snags it, and there's running room. Out of bounds at the 27-yard line, and this offense needed a play like that. They've built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
To the air, it's Hoover. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. Oh, a lot of space. He's at the 20. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. Just got to get him to the ground quickly.
The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. It's complete to the left. Now timeout taken by Indiana. That's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Touchdown, Hoosiers! Into the end zone for 6.
And that's a great job by this offense. That's how you work the clock. You want to take as much as you can and punch that ball in the end zone. Masterful clock management, and they now take the lead going into the half.
And you just got to wonder, too, David, how does that affect the confidence of a defense, right? They needed to find some way, somehow, to get a stop, limit the damage on that final drive. They give up a touchdown. They're going into halftime now, trailing. They've got to raise their level of play in the second half.
And he's going to try to return this one. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. They'll start on the ground with Fluff Bothwell. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Tosses it back. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connor.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We start with a look at Ohio State taking on the South Carolina Gamecocks. And it's the Buckeyes eyeing a second win after the opening week loss. They're on top here in the first half. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Trying to set the tone with the run. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Looking for a man. It's Hoover. He hurls one deep down the left side. He's got it inside the 30. Open spaces. Touchdown, Hoosiers. And that one will put them up here in the second half.
When you can run like that, the quarterback is going to give you opportunities. And look at him run by the defenders. QB sees it, stick the hand up in the air, catch the football, get to the end zone.
And with the extra point, they take a 21-17 lead. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. Out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. So as soon as they step on the field here in the third quarter, they find themselves trailing, and now they'll try to answer with a score of their own. The screen, he can go. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
I know one of the things this offense takes a lot of pride in the passing game is they feel like they can attack every area of the field. They have success when they throw it outside, but they're really good throwing to the middle of the field, too. Quarterback has confidence. There's really good timing in this passing game, and you saw it right there between the QB and his intended target, getting that big catch.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Pulls it on the option. There's a crease.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
Well, after allowing a touchdown on the last drive, this offense has to be able to answer. And getting that third down here on the third play of this drive is a good step toward doing that. Nice job by the QB. Good rhythm. This offense now has got it going. They need to pay this thing off, but that was a big one, no question.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up.
When receivers are running slant routes against man coverage, sometimes...
There he goes! All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
This is an offense, guys, that really believes in physicality, and that's their identity. So running the ball on second down, no problem for them.
Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback making adjustments. Taylor wants to throw it. Looking to the big tight end. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. Mississippi State right back to the line.
And that's a nice job by this QB. Great job. You show patience, right? Like, if they don't come take me, I'm going to...
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down on yourselves, and one play turns to two. Nice job by this defense, getting a sack, creating some momentum.
That last play, the kind of thing that can mess up a really good drive. It's 2nd and 17. Here's a give to Bothwell. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard. They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. Moving out to the right. Throwing on the run. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Absolutely center cut. That brings him to within 1.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50 plus, and he did it with ease.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Back to throw. It's Hoover. Lofts one high and deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, the defense is starting to figure it out, I think. It's taken him some time. This guy already has 2 touchdown catches. That time, though, they were in a better position in coverage to force the incompletion.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking for space. It's Richard. Got a little grass. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting where it was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the 1st down. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative, and that's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Almost had the completion, just missed it.
And, man, the tight end just hasn't been a factor all game. No catches, finally find an opportunity to try to get him open, throw him the football, and the connection still doesn't work. Something about this quarterback-tight end connection today just hasn't been on the same page.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
And this defense comes up with another big play, man. They get the pick 6. They get the mistake. They've been flying all over the field, playing well with their hair on fire, Palmer, forcing some turnovers, really doing a good job of confusing this QB.
Yeah, and on offense for the quarterback, you've got to stop with the turnovers. Now, obviously, turnovers lose you games. When you allow defensive touchdowns, the analytics show you your losing probability goes way up. Right now, they'd be out comfortably ahead if he would just stop giving the football to the other team. They need to settle him down before he gets back out on the field.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To throw, it's Hoover. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Pulls in the deep ball. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds. He has the first down.
I love when you back the defense off of you. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
After that huge play, let's see if they can punctuate it. It's 1st and 10 from the 20. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
And I'm kind of surprised by this performance, man. The QB last week, you could tell, dude, he was in rhythm. He was good timing. You could tell the chemistry with receivers were good. And today, everything just looks off. And it looks hard. It looks difficult. They got to find a way to get back in the rhythm they were in last week.
Looking for a gap. It's Richard. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9.
And this offense is kind of showing you a little bit of everything, but putting big plays together, really getting their momentum going. This ground attack now, you watch. They've got a little bit of everything, man. The balance, the structure, the play calling. Right now, they're in a really good rhythm.
There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Mississippi State is on top and sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the 3rd. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. They've got the screen set up. Touchdown, Indiana! They move on top here in the 4th.
Yeah, and a nice job in the 4th quarter making plays, and a nice job being on the same page. QB, receiver. You could tell he broke with the football. He caught it in stride, gets into the end zone. Nice pitch and catch right there. Nice chemistry by the QB and wide receiver.
A single extra point doesn't help you much at this stage, so they'll go for 2 and try to push it out to a field goal late. Zings it complete to the right. He gets into the end zone for the 2-point conversion, and the cushion is now 3. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive, and they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. And he's coming out of the end zone. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. So they just gave up the lead on that last touchdown drive. Now to put something together to go. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And good blocking and space out there to give him enough room to pick up the first down.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change.
First down here as we dive into the college football season. A week 1 clash that has been worth every minute of it so far. Coming out on first down with the play fake. He fires one deep down the right side.
But talking to the coaching staff coming into tonight, they thought they had to have success throwing the football if they were going to win this game. And one of the biggest reasons why I'd say they're losing right now is because this guy still hasn't thrown a touchdown pass. The defense has been ready for the deep shots. They're ready yet again here late in the game. Nice job forcing that incompletion.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. The play action fake. Pocket breaking down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And the QB leaves the pocket, and he scrambles out, and he goes to his right. And I love how he keeps his eyes down the field, trying to make a play, trying to throw the football, but the relentless chase. I love it. Getting to the quarterback. He throws an inaccurate pass because he gets whacked as he throws the football. Nice job chasing by the defense.
Escapes the pressure to his right. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick them up and put them down. And I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping me.
Going for it all. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
And that's not a surprise. When a QB lines up and sees man-to-man coverage on his guy that runs so fast on the GPS that it's speeding in a school zone, like, this dude can absolutely roll. He sees man coverage, tries to take advantage of it. They don't execute on that play. But if you want to play that defense, I think you'll get that pattern a lot from that guy.
Handoff, left pop well. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And the pass is incomplete, but there is a penalty flag. Did they get the receiver for a push-off? This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. So now we'll line up for one of the biggest kicks of this game. And he got it! Tie ball game here in the fourth.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Indiana comes out ready to get this drive underway. And as they say, it's a brand new ball game. That field goal tied it up, and now let's see if they can put together a winning drive. Looking for room. It's Beebe. Breaks into the open. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Finding some room. Makes it past the marker. The 30. At the 20. The 10. Running free. Going to the end zone, but way back behind him, there's a flag on the field. The holding penalty will make it 1st and 20. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Back to throw, it's Hoover. Fires to the wideout. Finds his man, it's Becker. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
They'll test the right side. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The clock stops. 2 minutes left to play in this one.
You want to end the play quickly, get in the backfield that fast, get to the guy, and get him on the ground. Nice job penetrating right from the snap, getting off the ball so quick, penetrating the backfield, making something happen.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Now the play fake. Makes the grab. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
And I think the defense doing a really good job of understanding this is late in the game. It matters. Taking away the sidelines, taking away the middle of the field, making him kind of check the football down, go through his progressions, and make that clock tick.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Looking to throw. Unloads it left. Got his man. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
And they've trusted their QB to throw the football. And he's going to have to make plays. He's made plays throughout the day. This is now when you come up clutch in a big moment when your team needs it. If that's any indication, I like what I'm seeing.
Defense looks like they're coming. To the ground with the back. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. The Bulldogs using their first timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Score is deadlocked, and we're running out of time. Looking for room. It's Richard. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
I love the play call running the football here in the fourth quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. Just got to be very, very careful and absolutely cannot turn it over.
Power football with the run. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Final timeout taken by the Bulldogs. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll run play action. On target. Touchdown, Indiana! And they've got the lead in the final minute.
And how about this offense, man? They knew they needed to execute. Great play calling, great drive, put it together. Now you got a chance to go up by 7 late in this ball game and then let your defense go on the field and seal it for you.
On to attempt the try. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. In front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Taylor wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. And he's chased out of bounds, but not before he gets the first down, stops the clock, and has them on the move trying to get the late score.
Well, so far, this 2-minute drive is exactly what you want. They are saving clock. Guys are getting out of bounds. They need a touchdown. And right now, there's just really good awareness of where everybody is on the field, and the quarterback's making good decisions.
Now give it to Fluff. Maybe some room here. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running.
And on offense, you need a touchdown now to win this football game, obviously. I like the call of running the ball, trying to keep the defense off balance here, but you got to keep it up. You're going to have to mix up your looks and see if you can keep this defense guessing.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision. Nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
And the Bulldogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Going for 6. Into the end zone, and it's caught for a touchdown, and we might just have overtime on our hands.
Man, you did the hard part. What a drive, putting points together, getting 6. Now, what are you going to do? Decision time. Do you want to go for the win right now, go for the 2-point conversion, or kick this thing and go into overtime with seconds running down on the clock?
And it's good to tie it up, and it sure looks like overtime. He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Dropping back, it's Hoover. Throws to the wideout. And this will be picked off. A costly turnover in a tie game. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. 4 quarters not enough to settle this one. We're headed to overtime.
And these teams have played so well, back and forth, evenly contested game. How about a little free football, Jesse?
Yeah, I love this, David. Free football and finding out which of these two teams is the most mature. Who can settle down now with the game on the line and make the big play.
First play of the first possession of OT. Wide receiver comes in motion. And the defense snows him under after a very short game. Mississippi State going up tempo. Back to pass. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Maybe a crease. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal.
And this QB, man, how about it? It's a pass play. He's dropping back to pass. He realizes it's man-to-man, and as they start to chase their guys down the field, well, nobody's got me, and I can just take off, and I've got speed. He chews up ground so easy, so frustrating for a defense to have to deal with a guy like this.
He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. No running room at all, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. It's 3rd and goal.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play uptight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
Rushes on him. Touchdown, Bulldogs! They take the lead here in overtime.
And I think this is really the separators in good offense and great offense. Can you throw the football inside the 5-yard line with the tight windows? He can. Nice strike, nice catch, nice execution.
This extra point would give them a 7-point lead in OT. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, in the second overtime and two-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down.
Man, you play this whole game back and forth into overtime. Now you got a chance to set the tone, run the football in overtime, and be a little physical.
And if you can run the ball and not put it in... Touchdown, Hoosiers! They got the score now to see if they go for the win or the tie.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They need this extra point to send it to double overtime. And he tacked on the extra point. One extra period didn't get it done, and we start the second OT. Scanning the field, it's Hoover. Fires to the wideout. Got it! Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
Yeah, and he's been throwing it all over the yard, and he's now over 300 yards on the day, so been a successful day. Now, 300 yards, I don't know, Palmer, 300 nowadays, that's like what back in the day for you?
Touchdown, Hoosiers! They take the lead here in the second overtime period.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Now in the second overtime, you must go for the two-point conversion. Looking to throw. Can't do it better than that. The two-point conversion is good, and the lead is 8. They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. Here's a give to Bothwell. Hard running there. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short.
How about getting that big play on the ground here in OT? Great job up front by the offensive line. This has been a long, hard-fought, physical game, but these guys look like they could play for at least another couple of quarters.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Makes a grab over the middle. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
You hate giving up that play if you're the DB on this one because you're playing man coverage, you're trying to defend a slant route, you've taken the inside away. That's where your leverage is. You'll allow anything to happen to the outside. You're trying to funnel the receiver to the boundary. You just cannot let the receiver beat.
Touchdown, Bulldogs! They got one score they needed. Now they need the deuce to send us to triple OT.
Man, what a great response by this offense, going down the field, scoring the touchdown. Now, I got to go for 2. I know the new overtime rules, they changed this years ago. Jesse, you should work on this in practice. What's your go-to two-point play right here?
I'll tell you, after running the ball as well as they did on that last touchdown, I could see them doing it again. I think they've got confidence in the big fellas up front to get it done, find a way into the end zone, and be more physical.
214 close. 214 close. Mustang. Brent.
Taylor wants to throw it. Pressure coming. Throws to the tight end. He got it in there, and we are tied again. Is this fun or what? We're headed to triple OT. So here we go, dueling two-point conversions from this point forward.
Blue 22. Ready. Now, ice.
A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And now it's all two-point conversion attempts from here on out. He wants to throw it. Tremendous execution to get the two, and now they turn up the heat. Now they'll have to respond with a two of their own. To the air. It's Hoover.